Well, I only had an hour before dinner time, so I got all the windows out and the door, obviously, because I'm leaning through it. Wanted to bring you up to speed. I think that's enough for tonight because it is tonight, and I'm going to get up early tomorrow, and this is going to be laying on the ground this time tomorrow. Doing? Thought you were tearing it down. I got to get my measurements early. Normally, for the skin, I would wait a week or so and get all the skin off, set it off to the side, take my measurements, and then I would call Max Aluminum and have them make the metal that I need. I don't have that time. I've put myself under an artificial timeline. Customers are very cool. Hey, we're not in a hurry. But as I've talked to you about before, I've got a long vacation coming up and I will not be able to work during that time because I won't be here. So we've got to get the camper. I would like to. My goal is to get the camper done and get it back to them so it's not just sitting here at World Headquarters without them being able to use it. That's what I'm doing. So what I do is I take my measurements. So up to about here is 48. So somewhere between 47 and 49, depending on how, I put a hem down there at the bottom, meaning it bends over onto itself, strengthens it, gives it a nice finish more than anything. And so I start there, I go up approximately 48. And then I measure from there to there, and that tells me what I need. And in this case, I'm gonna get a front and a back piece that is gonna be 80 inches wide by 48 inches with a hem and a flat across the top. 80 inches, even though it's only 78, that gives me a couple of inches for any deviations. Things happen, you know, it happens. So then I can just trim it as I go. That's front and back. Then I measure the roof, which came out to 279 inches. That sounds like too much. That is way too much. What am I doing? Oh, I see what I did. 179 inches. That sounds right. And that is probably an extra 4 inches. Because I cannot, not only could I trim that 48-inch piece, but I also can trim the back piece. I usually try to leave this one perfect. That's what everybody looks at. The back one, if I need to trim it down, I can. So I get a little extra, and I usually almost always take an inch or two off the back. But there's a Pittsburgh seam right here. You can see it, and one on the back. That Pittsburgh seam sits on the flat. You heard me say flat. That just means no seam. Flat. That Pittsburgh seam engulfs it, I guess. Inserts itself. Whatever. And then the sides, I go up 47, 48-ish, and then I measure at the longest point where you could see it kind of sticks out at that 48. And then I get another probably 2 or 3 inches, and I'll trim that off. Then I do the same for the top. I measure at the widest point. You're gonna have a lot of waste up here, but that's just life. That's how it goes. So that's what I just did. And now I'm gonna start taking the skin. I don't know if you remember earlier, there's not much structure inside. I may have to take the things I want to salvage in case somebody needs it. Like the stove is in great shape. Somebody might want that. I don't, obviously. Customer doesn't. Somebody might need it. And the Coleman icebox, which I think is really cool. I still have no use for it, but there's gonna be somebody out there. Email me. I'm going to save it for a certain period of time. I'm not in a storage business here. So I'm going to go get those 2 items out, look around, see what else I need to do. And we're going to start destructing. It has been 1 hour and 15 minutes since we last talked 3 seconds ago. I want to show you what I did. That one started to get feisty with me. I had to teach it a lesson. But here we go. Probably get my shadow out. It's all out, boys. That's the end of it. She's a shell of her former self. I can say that for certain. Let me show you my, well, you want to see my pile of trash? Let me show you my table of treasures. We're going to reuse that. That's the vent for that. This is spectacular. I don't know that it's ever been used. It's even got these. Well, how often do you see one from, 68 that has the tie downs on there? Never. Well, rarely. Let me pop this open. Look at that. Look. You're telling me that's not the cleanest one you've ever seen? Nearly? Huh? Look. I don't know that anyone has ever baked a cherry pie in there. For real. There's got to be somebody out there that is like, you know what? I need one of those for my restoration. I'm going to hold on to it for a while in case somebody asks me about it. That's just dust. Look under that dust. So I'll keep it just in case. Because every now and then I like to look online and pick up a few items. Then this. I think there's a Coleman person out there that's going to go, OMG, I have wanted one of those for a long time. Again, I don't know that people were using this. Look at the sticker on the inside, for heaven's sakes. And then, the super cool thing is right here. You put your block of ice in there, and it turns into a water jug. I've never seen that. I'm sure maybe you have, but heavens to Betsy, I'm telling you, look at that seal. There's nothing wrong with this dog. Somebody probably wants that. I'd like to see a Coleman person that wants to use that ice box. You just email me. My email's right there. Okay, more treasures. That's just the door facing. These are impossible to get right now. I talked to Vintage Trailer Supply. They said it's going to be months, but they will get them. Very important to the customer that Shasta gets put back on, so I saved these as well. Having trouble finding the sole to put back in this thing. It'd been torn apart and there wasn't much left, so I'm trying to find everything I can. That's that outside door handle opener, holder opener. Again, this perfectly nice tulip light. I actually have the a brand new tulip globe that goes with this, if anybody's interested in that. This thing, oh, I didn't notice that. It's beat up. Oh well. Of course, the Shasta Compact, the eyebrow over the door. That's where we're at, 1 hour and 15 minutes into the teardown. Now I'm going to start with the skin. I better take that spare tire off first. As my pile has grown bigger, my project has grown smaller. It's half its height now. Dare I say, the only thing holding it up are these wires. So, turned it into a teardrop, didn't I? That's pretty cool. Now we got to get that much done, get it off of there safely, and I'll bring you right back. As we return to the theme of big piles, small camper, look at there. All told, this morning, I only have 2 hours and 15 minutes in, and we are down to bedrock. So our next step is to make sure I don't mess those up. And then our next big step is to take this off the trailer, get the trailer out of the way, go inside and start rebuilding the floor. All right, keeping you up to date. Exactly 3 hours into today's teardown. This looks great. And I like these Shastas because they're super easy. No problem. We've just got to take this measurement, get them cut down on the saw, and then just put it together. We're going to fly through this, I certainly hope. All right. Curly's checking my work. 4.5 hours later, and just a second or two for you. What I'm going to do, oh, I see where I messed up. I didn't mess up. I got one more thing to do, but I'm going to show you anyway. Here's what happened. I just needed this to look like that. Looks better, I think. What I need to do is extend here on each side. That's all I need. One more each over there. And then it's lunchtime. Now, I am in a precarious situation right here because the last thing I want to do today is to put the vinyl on. That way, put the vinyl on, let it sit. Oh, no. What am I thinking? Here's the plan. That is the last thing I want to do. But before that, I have got to flip it over, put it on, back on the trailer, carriage bolt it, then put the vinyl on. The thing is, I don't have the vinyl. I forgot to get it from the customer, but I got it from her yesterday when we had our meeting. So I have it, I just got to run up and get it. But that is the last thing that I want to do. I've got 4.5 hours in. I'm shooting for at least 8 today, maybe 9, but that puts the brakes on everything. Once I put that down, that's the end of the day for me. Then when I come in the morning, we can start building walls. So we'll see how it works out. I may just, while it's sitting up here, might not be a bad idea to put the undercoating on it. You know, why not? Why not? We shall see. Quick little update. Little snafu at the Home Depot. The customer's first 2 choices were not available, but she had not seen this one. I chose it. Made a semi-executive decision, and she loves it. Sent her a picture. It's going to be very interesting with the amber shellac. Kind of lost it in the sun there, but there you can see it. And remember, you don't see very much. You're going to see a strip like that and a strip like that, and that's all you're going to see. So as busy as it could look right now, that'll go away. It's just going to be interesting, and I think it's going to disappear, except when you're looking for it. So it's just drying now. I told you that's the last thing I could do to this trailer, but I've still got about an hour. So I'm going to take apart, you can see the door there, and get it ready to go to max aluminum. So I'm going to try to get my 8 hours in. I'm just lacking about an hour and 15. So I think that'll be a good project for me. See you on the next one.